Did you know the first translation of the Bible happened between 285 and 247 years before Christ? The Septuagint, as it's known, or LXX, is the earliest translation of the Hebrew Bible into Greek. To appreciate its significance, we must first visit the world reshaped by Alexander the Great and the ensuing Hellenistic period. Alexander's vast empire bridged east and west, spreading Greek language and culture across the known world. This era, known as the Hellenistic period, was a crucible of cultural and religious exchange. The story of the Septuagint begins in Hellenistic Egypt, under the rule of Ptolemy II, in the 3rd century BC. This was a time of cultural fusion, where Greek influence permeated every corner of the ancient world, including Egypt. Ptolemy II, a patron of the arts and literature, sought to enrich his library in Alexandria, which was considered the intellectual hub of the era. To achieve this, he desired a Greek version of the Hebrew scriptures. This ambitious project led to the inception of the Septuagint. An account known as the Letter of Aristeas tells us of an extraordinary event: the assembly of 70, or, by some accounts, 72 Jewish scholars. Each was tasked to independently translate the Torah, the Hebrew Bible, into Greek. Remarkably, these translations were said to have been identical, a miracle that affirmed the divine authority of the text. The Septuagint, as it came to be known, derives its name from the Latin word Septuaginta, meaning 70, in reference to these scholars. This Greek version of the scriptures opened up Jewish religious thought to the wider Hellenistic world. It facilitated the spread of Jewish ideas, and later would play a crucial role in the formation and spread of Christianity. The Septuagint, born out of the cultural melting pot of Hellenistic Egypt, was destined to leave a lasting mark on two major world religions. The Septuagint, once a tool for Hellenistic Jews to understand their sacred texts, would become a cornerstone for early Christian theology. The Septuagint played a pivotal role in the development of Christianity. Early Christian writers such as Paul and the authors of the four Gospels often quoted from the Septuagint in their works. This is evident in the New Testament, where the Septuagint's influence is unmistakable. These authors were reaching out to a Greek-speaking audience, and the Septuagint provided them with a language bridge, enabling them to convey the teachings of Jesus and the Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah in a language their audience could understand. But the Septuagint's impact wasn't limited to Christianity alone. It also had a profound influence on Jewish religious thought. In a time when many Jews were starting to lose their Hebrew fluency, the Septuagint helped them to keep their connection with their spiritual heritage. Interestingly, this influence waned over time as the Jewish community distanced itself from the Greek translation, primarily due to its adoption by Christians. Yet, the Septuagint had already left an indelible mark, having shaped Jewish interpretations and understandings of the Old Testament. Despite this rejection from the Jewish community, the Septuagint continued to thrive within the Christian world. Today, it holds a significant place in Orthodox Christian liturgy. The Orthodox Church, particularly in its Greek-speaking branches, still uses the Septuagint as its official Old Testament. This demonstrates the enduring relevance of this ancient translation. Not merely a historical artifact, the Septuagint continues to be a living part of Christian worship, shaping the faith of millions around the world. So, from being a tool for Hellenistic Jews to comprehend their sacred texts, to becoming a cornerstone for Christian theology, and then enduring as a vital component of Orthodox Christian liturgy, the Septuagint's journey is truly remarkable. The Septuagint has indeed shaped the course of religious history. Today, the legacy of the Septuagint reminds us of the power and importance of translating sacred texts into diverse languages. This practice ensures that people worldwide can engage with and find meaning in these profound spiritual writings. How does this historic endeavor inspire us to consider the role of translation in making the Word of God universally accessible?